there we go. We are live, baby. Let's get it. Welcome. It's 4 p.m. in the afternoon here on the East Coast. Been a little while since we did this, but we are back in town, back in action, back in the hot seat. Well, it's not really hot. It's warm because I've been sitting in for a while today. But hey, welcome to the 4 p.m. show. It's JChains Crypto Show. It's me. We're going to be going through some news, some numbers. We'll do all that stuff like we normally do when we did this a few weeks back. Obviously, we took the break to get ready for that fight in Dubai and the trip. You guys know the story. You know how it went. Don't need to rehash it, but I had a lot of fun. Hopefully, I'll be doing another one soon. I don't mind doing February Hong Kong. I don't mind any other time that they're doing the crypto fight night. I loved it. Had a blast, and I would love to fight again. I'm gonna get a win my next one. You know that. My fight IQ has been raised considerably in the last two fights, and so as long as I'm not the underdog, I'll be good. But either way, I don't mind. Again, I had a blast. But I appreciate you guys being here. Smash the like button, hit the heart, and do what you got to do as you are coming in here. Let's take a look and see. We got most people coming in on X so far. But that is, hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles. We'll do a little tutorial maybe halfway through. We'll show you guys how to like the video if I feel like we have not gotten what we need to do. But right now, I'm showing 100% on YouTube, so you all know the drill. I love that. I appreciate you guys. I mean, that's how I can keep boasting. I can keep boasting my community and my viewers on YouTube because you guys get me to a 100% view to like ratio. So smash the like just for yourself. Y'all are the real heroes. Appreciate you being here. We got a lot of news to talk about. ONDO, pow. You know that I love ONDO. It makes up a very large percentage of my portfolio. And to watch that thing hit a new all-time high last night was amazing. 214, or let me just make sure I got that number right. We've since settled back down to earth. I've done a couple little zoops today on the trade. Doing well. I think I'm up like 300 and some bucks on 4 trades, so it's not bad. Just a couple wins, man. Just quick. You know my style. I just get in and get out, man. I just try to play some of these candles because I don't have time to sit and stare. And obviously I know that the markets they'll turn on you in a freaking heartbeat, man. So I don't really stick around in trades too long. I time it out right. I watch for a dip. I get in and I get out after the pop. So it's working out well for me. What's up, Mikey Irish? Appreciate you. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Appreciate you being here. Thank you. Let's go. That's enough appreciation. I said it like 5 times. All right. ONDO coming in at 202. What was I don't know what I was checking. I was definitely checking something, but got distracted with the chat and the fact that we were talking about. Oh, it had to have been ONDO. What the high was. That's what we wanted to look at. What was the high last night? 214.45 showing over on Femex. So I'll tell you what, you all know that I think that's at least a $20 coin at the peak of the bull run. The peak of the bull run going to be sometime, in my opinion, if we don't just extend this thing out for like a super cycle. I have a feeling we're going to do a little top ski. We'll cool off for a little while, and then we'll come back for another recharge. And we'll see what happens at that point. But I'm hoping, and I've had read a lot of other things, seen some other videos, people calling for 20. I've been calling for $25 ONDO this cycle. I would love to see 200 by 2030. That's my big metric. That's a long ways away. I had someone tell me, chill out, bro. We need to figure out 2025 before we get to 2030. And I get it. I just know that the whole RWA ecosystem, everything, that big metric is based on 2030. And so I just want to keep it consistent with that. And so if that's what we're living, if the expectations that we're living up to are for that ecosystem to be that size in 2030, it plays along with the whole idea of potential super cycle where maybe we don't chill out for the next couple of years. Maybe we continue to go on. We talk about in the morning show, the U.S. stock market went on a bull run from 88 to 2000. That's 12 years. So maybe we string a couple of these together. Maybe just maybe. And I'll piss off the Bitcoin maxis for a second here, but maybe we can decouple ourselves from the 4-year cycle and just kind of live our own life. I mean, when you think about it, like in the traditional finance world, like retail doesn't have the same structure, to candles and timing and all that stuff that, say, the healthcare industry does, right? No, that doesn't make sense. They're all different. And at some point, Bitcoin, hey, man, you're the king. We appreciate you, brother. Great job. And we will always respect that. But it's time to just I think we all feel it. It's time to move on. It's an industry now. It's not just Bitcoin being the movement. Bitcoin was started as the movement. And I think it was, and I've talked about this before on the show. I want to say it was the Bitcoin conference in 2019, maybe 20. No, it was later than that. Man, maybe it was 2021. I don't know. I've been going to them for so many years. But at 1 year, it was very distinct that it was no longer a movement, that this was now an industry. And I think that that's a good thing, right? It's what we want. It's growth. It's all that kind of stuff. But anyway, it's a long-winded way of saying good afternoon. I hope that you've had a wonderful afternoon. Go ahead, smash the like, hit the heart, do the things you got to do. Bing, bing, bing. We're going to get in here in a second here to the news. I just a couple of things I want to pull up, and we'll talk about news, and then we'll get into some numbers. If you guys want to look at some coins later on in the show, just you can drop. Thank you, Meg. I appreciate that. Yes, you can still see I got a little bit of bruising under there, just a little bit left. It came in quick though. It was funny. There was nothing because right after the fight, it was crazy. We got back to the hotel, we packed, we did this stuff. We laid in bed for maybe like an hour and 45 minutes, then got up, got the flight. Obviously, I was so miserable and uncomfortable. I didn't sleep any of that. So I finally got a chance to lay down when I got home, which was Saturday night. And Sunday morning, I woke up and my face, like it finally, all that fluid just like settled and it was just boom. And so last week was wild with the black eyes, but they are back. But I appreciate it. Thank you. Yo, shut up. Shout out. What's up, everybody? I see the chat getting active. More heart, my guy, Mr. Mayo. Sold a bunch looking at the tokenomics. Man, I'm not really sure. You know what? We'll look at some tokenomics later. And I want to look at right now. I believe there's like 1 point something billion tokens out. We're going to add 134%. So it'll be that, 100, maybe 2 billion, whatever that number was that we've talked about in the morning show. But remember, a lot of it are not really for the market. A lot of them are for, institutional things and probably things that are going to stay where they need to go. And so I would think that the tokenomics are not as terrible as some people think. And again, a 10 billion total supply. And again, we're 13% of that at this point right here. Let me just make sure. I want to get the right information. I don't want to bullshit you guys. Let me go into the 60s here over on CoinMarketCap. And we will pull this up right here. Unless this thing has moved up. There we go to the 50s. All right, let's go here. There you go. ONDO. So let's just take a look at ONDO really quick, and we'll get into the news in a second here. I just want to just do this really quick because when we talk about tokenomics, they're really not that bad, and I don't know why they scare people, but it is what it is. All right, so max supply, total supply is 10 billion. We know that. Circulating supply is 1.38, so we're going to add 1.34, right? Or no, 2 billion, whatever it is. It's 134%. You guys do the math on that one. So still the total supply of and it's like they only unlock them once a year, right? The total supply is 10 billion, right? So let's go back to CoinMarketCap, and we're just going to do this little exercise, and then we'll get on with what we're going to get on here. Filters. Let's go with. Can I not do this? I thought I was able to figure out. Circulating supply. We can do that. So just look at some other ones that are like in the 10 billion range. Well, that's not actually going to work out because that's not what I want to do. All right, we're going to scrap that idea. We are going to totally scrap that idea. We're going to get on with the news. So my apologies. That didn't make any sense. And so I should have looked at that, what I was trying to do. And whatever. Anyway, so when you search, you just go onto Google, and what the normies, they search crypto because they heard something about it. What comes up? Bitcoin breaking 107,000 parabolic advance as crypto president Trump. You got the SEC approves crypto wallet maker Exodus. You see all these bullish articles about the price. How could people not get in? Where is the retail? And I asked that question actually in a tweet earlier today. Let's pull that up. And I don't mean to just be like totally back and forth with everything that we're doing here, but I think that it is all relevant. So I had said As Bitcoin climbs past 107,000, the crypto market's buzzing. But when will retail investors join the party? CC Coins Chick, shout out to Coins Chick saying we miss you retail. Someone at Walk With, shout out to Walk With saying, a single mom with a bunch of kids, random coworker, not random, but coworker came up and said they don't own any crypto, but they saw a book about Satoshi. Thought that was very interesting. October 2025 coming in from Hash. Probably when Bitcoin hits 169,420. Absolutely. That's the magic number for whatever reason, the memes. And then Saul says very soon. And I think that, there's a mixed bag of answers there. But at the end of the day, the true answer is they're not here. And so we still have the very, very exciting part of that bull run that we know this is all institutional. And I believe there you go. Fajiter just said that right there. It's big money, institutions, and the nation states that are moving the market since a long time. That is absolutely the truth. And this is something that we had been talking about now for several months on the morning show, right? Where we said that this mass adoption is going to come from three layers, right? It's going to come institutional, it's going to come governmental, and then it's going to come retail. And so institutional is already here. Like that, package that one up, ship it out. There we go. Boom, stamp it. Done. The governmental one that is happening right now, you're seeing all over the board. It's the domino effect that's going to happen with the strategic reserves. We got, Bukele in El Salvador. They're buying a Bitcoin every single day. It is going to just start to happen. There'll be a price shock like we've never seen before. It's going to be insane. But that's what's happening right now. And then at some point, everybody's going to come out and it's going to say basically, crypto's okay. It's okay for the masses. And at that point, that's when I think we'll trigger the cascading effect of the normal retail people again very soon. At some point next year for sure. It's definitely not happening in the next 16 days. That is for certain. So we're 15 days. There's 31 days. And today's the 16th. Happy halfway through the month. I hope that you've got the Christmas spirit. The 24th. I believe it's that next week. Man. Anyway. All right. So this is what the normies look at when they search for crypto. I thought that was interesting. Here's our next story. This is Bitcoin miner balances drop 4.74% amid steady sell-off. So the miners are selling, huh? They fell from 2 million almost to 1.9 million. So they're selling. The miners, those dirty bastards, they are just taking their profits because they know their days are numbered as far as productivity and profitability goes. Because I think at some point, right, like what the rate in a couple of years just goes way down. Anyway, miner balance reduced by 4.74%. Let's see, whatever. They need their profits, right? Over the past year, let's see what Martinum said. Over the past year, the miner balance dropped. This is the same information. Miners are offloading steadily, but not in large amounts. This suggests they are likely selling to cover operational costs. So there you go. Shout out to the miners, operational costs. This right here was a big thing yesterday. It drove me fucking crazy too, by the way, because I was in an XRP trade that was just kind of performing. It was down for a little bit and then it came up and I ended up doing all right on it, but I didn't do great on it. And you guys know that I've been trading. I mean, if you looked at my P&L, it's basically ONDO logs. And man, I just got caught in that XRP trade and it was up a little bit and I didn't cancel out, but I didn't look over at ONDO, even though I had seen the article about this last night. And then all of a sudden I looked and I was like, oh, fuck, this thing pumped. And I totally missed it because I had been in, I think I'd done like 3 ONDO trades and I've been averaging like 4 to 5 a day. Yesterday, I think was 4 and it was 2 or 3 ONDO and that 1 XRP. And, it is what it is, but this was massive news. Trump's DeFi projects, December crypto buying spree nears $45 million. So yesterday there was on Ledger, you could see that there was a $250,000 purchase of ONDO. Love to see that. That's what sent that thing catapulting up to an all-time high, baby. Let's see, World Liberty Financial, they went on a $45 million spree. What else did they get? I know they got a bunch of ETH. So they got $30 million worth of ETH. They got $10 million worth of Coinbase wrapped Bitcoin. They bought $2 million of Chainlink, $2 million of Aave. There you go. And then only $250,000 of ONDO. Hopefully that's because they know what it's going to turn into and it's going to be a gazillion dollars. Again, I'm super bullish on Ondo. I'm super bullish because of many reasons. One, because what it represents, who backs them, and a lot of different things. And so you don't usually bet against the enemy or bet with the enemy, but BlackRock doesn't. I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, guys. BlackRock doesn't play this game to lose, and they're not going to. And that's the horse that they chose. And so why the fuck would I not do that? Because that seems to be the smart idea. Now, there might be some riskier plays that you'll get more X's out of, but that's fine. I have an entire portfolio of other things. And so this is my one massive sure bet that that's going to take it home. And then everything else is just going to be fun from there. So that's my mission. All right. What do we got here? This was all of the 30 million USDC to buy 8,000 ETH. So this was all of the stuff. This was the ledger transaction stuff from yesterday. As you can see, there you go. December 16th, 11:57 a.m. ski. What is next here? We have got, man, I'll tell you what, good for fucking Sailor. Good for him. But I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's good that he owns as much Bitcoin as he's doing, right? Let's see. The latest purchase takes the company's Bitcoin holdings to 439,000 Bitcoin. That is just absolutely insane how much they are buying. And it's just crazy. But if all goes to plan and say this thing does become $1 million or more a piece, that is probably going to come down to being the best investment in the history of investments. I mean, probably better than anything Warren Buffett's done, I would think. It all depends. I think he's in at like 40. What do you, the chat can tell me, because I think we were talking about it today. He's in it at like, was it 41? No. Golly, what is he in at? 60 something, if I'm not mistaken. 61? I think I said 41, but I think 61 is the right number. If you guys know, drop it in the chat. What his average, 44? Okay, so he's in at 44. That, I mean, this thing goes to $1 million, $1.5 million. I mean, that's a nice little ROI for sure. But let's see, they bought a 15,000 Bitcoin worth $1.5 billion between the 9th and the 15th. Average price of 100,386. That's $46.9 billion current price, around 2% of the total supply. Yowza. I mean, he's just not going to stop. And it's, I guess at the end of the day, it's better than going somewhere where it shouldn't be. I just, at some point, how do you go on? You just keep buying? That wouldn't make sense. You got enough. Save some for the rest of us. I don't know. It just seems like a hoarding thing. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that he should just keep buying Bitcoin? Is that smart? It makes the bags go up, right? You know that it's not going anywhere. It's basically like staked Bitcoin, locked Bitcoin. Nothing's happening to it. It's not going anywhere. So I guess it's, at the end of the day, for a bag holder, it's good. BlackRock wants 2%. Makes sense. I mean, BlackRock will get 2%. And that's what they'll tell you that they have, and they'll probably have 5%. There's probably some crazy thing like that. Between all the different companies that they, operate and work with and everything. Isn't Vanguard? I believe Vanguard is a 51% owner of BlackRock, and they own more of BlackRock than BlackRock owns of BlackRock, some kind of thing like that. So all fun stuff you guys got to learn how to pay attention to. All right, let's go to the next one. I saw this article, and I also had seen something on Twitter earlier today. Basically, they're saying don't try to take advantage of any kind of volatility, because it's supposed to be the stable coin, right? And it's probably going to come out, and some people are going to pay high prices. Don't think that there's going to be arbitrage. So they're probably going to be arbitrage because they're saying that, but they're basically saying don't do that. But I don't know if that's in this article or not. That was something that I'd seen earlier this morning. Ripple to roll out the RLUSD stablecoin on December 17th. That is tomorrow, by the way, in case you didn't know. I just looked at the clock, or the calendar, and saw that it was the 16th. So I was wondering when the 17th might be. It could have been today. It could have been a couple days from now, but it's tomorrow, just so you know. Let's see. The stablecoin will become broadly available to crypto users on the XRP ledger and Ethereum networks beginning on Tuesday. They added 2 high-profile former bankers to their stablecoin advisory board. Stablecoin. Used to call Bitcoin. There used to be a lot of people that called Bitcoin the corn back in the early days of crypto Twitter, back in like 2017, 2018, 2019. It was called the corn. There were podcasts about it, around the corn, all that. Company CTO warned RLUSD price volatility due to early demand, with some traders willing to buy a token for as much as $1,200 per coin. Sheesh. Like, what is it? What are they going to get it at? If it's a stable coin, is it just going to be $1? And they're going to spend $1,200 to get early access to it? That seems strange. Seems like a waste of money, but it also, you've got the Genesis coins. We've got Genesis coins. RLUSD will be initially listed on several exchanges and crypto platforms, including Uphold, MoonPay, Arcax, and CoinMina. The company said in a press release, with further listings on Bitso, Bullish, Bitstamp, Mercado, Bitcoin, and Independent Reserve, Zero Hash, and others coming weeks. Okay, wonderful. There's where they talk about they brought in 2 advisory board members. You've got Raghuram Rajan, the former governor of the Reserve Bank of India, and Kenneth Montgomery, the former first president and COO of the Federal Bank, Reserve Bank of Boston. Boston. Fucking masshole. I'm just kidding if you're from Boston. I know you guys don't like that, even though most of you know that massholes are like a real thing. Anyway. All right. There you go. Don't be buying the stable coin for $1,200, man. That seems like something silly to do. All right, next article we got here. Oh, I like this idea, and I would like to probably get into a low level or a low. Man, the camera just went on. I don't know. It's so funny. This thing was on all weekend. Then, like, as soon as they use it, it like gets hot and stops. Must be me. It's probably me. When I get in front of it, it's got to like start tracking and do all that stuff, and then it heats up. Anyway, let's see. There was a trader who predicted a massive XRP rally, claims price may double again. I know we just got to get out of a specific zone that we're in. We've got some resistance levels. Let's see. One of the popular Sunnis cryptocurrency traders who boasts more than 600,000 followers. Let's see. Don Alt is who it is. Says identified trading range between support and resistance levels at 220 to 260. So we got to break 260. And I feel like, where are we at right now? We can take a look at. We'll just jump around. Today's a jumping day. It's good to be back. It's good to be back doing this, looking at news and numbers, baby. I miss this. This is some of my favorite stuff. I love the morning show and I love chatting with everybody. But checking out charts and news and numbers, this is like how you live in crypto. And so we get to do this and chit chat and have fun. So 248.54. Would love to see this thing take a nice little trip up to the $3 range. We got a lot of people talking for it, so I might throw in, just wait for a dip and then throw in a low leverage long and just set it and forget it for a while. Even though like I'm not a big fan of doing that stuff, I would, if you find the right opportunity and you get the right entry, then I would be into doing it. But as long as it's like kind of just hangs around and you see it go up and down, like that doesn't interest me hanging in trades, because like you've done it enough, you know that they reverse on you all the time, and then all of a sudden, because I ride those things raw, man. I do not do stop losses. The moment I put in a stop loss, it just goes down and triggers it, and you lose the money. Like, I fucking hate stop losses. I'd rather let the market breathe, because I feel like sometimes you need to let the market breathe, and you will turn out all right. And like that was like yesterday, I was in that trade. It was down like 25% or whatever, and I just like let it roll. It's gonna be fine. Just let it breathe. And it came up, and we came up at the profit, and everything was good. And I love that, but you gotta let the market breathe, baby. What do we got going on here? What are you guys looking at? Let's see. What's up, Mike Navarro? How are you, brother? Shout out to the chat. Shout out to you guys live. We got over 100 people watching. Appreciate you being here. Make sure we will. What time is it? 25. All right, we got a few minutes. We'll do the old tutorial in just a few minutes here. Oh, what's up, Neil? My brother. All right. So we were just looking at XRP 248. Would love to see that thing take a rip. So let's get back to our news article that we are talking about here. We did that. We did. So we need to break out of the 260. We're like 12 cents away. And then we will see ourselves in the $3 range. Love to see that. Here was a strange one. I saw this headline. I didn't read the article at all. I just saw the headline. I'm like, we got to look at this one. This is wild. Fake Uber driver arrested for come on, get this ad out of here, for stealing $300,000 in cryptocurrency from passengers. That's wild. This is here in the United States. Okay, a man posing as an Uber driver in the United States has been arrested from 2 passengers. Whew. Where's this at? Nuru Hussein reportedly lured victims outside of a hotel on 2 separate occasions, once in March and again in October, by posing as the Uber driver they had ordered and greeting them by name. Ooh. Oh, this guy knew who he was looking at. Let's see. Once the passengers were inside the car, Hussein allegedly asked to borrow their phones, claiming the device was broken. In another instance, he offered to troubleshoot the Uber app after the passenger questioned the driver's location. Authorities say Hussein then used the borrowed phones to transfer cryptocurrency from the victim's Coinbase accounts to cold storage. Jesus, man, he just borrows the phone, gets into Coinbase, beep, bop, boop, sends it. Be like, hey, Uber's not working, man. Hit the road. Wow. First off, I am never, ever handing my phone to an Uber driver. Ever. Neither should you if you have crypto on your phone too. But like still, like, no. I would just be like, okay, then I'm canceling the ride and I'm getting a car that works. Thanks, buddy. See ya. That's what I would do. Now it would if I was traveling with my wife and daughter and we got all the luggage in the thing, and then this happens, I would be so fucking mad. Oh my God, this would cause me to have a heart attack. I would never give an Uber driver my phone. No way. Not now, not never, no way. When one victim became suspicious and requested their phone back, Hussein reportedly threatened him, saying they should chill or something bad would happen. Let's see this Hussein guy. Something bad's going to happen? Bruh. All right. Well, he got arrested on December 11th. Local police and special agents from the Secret Service facing charges of theft, fraud, and money laundering. He was granted a $200,000 cash bond with stipulation of electronic monitoring if he can pay the bond. He's not allowed to have the internet and overseas travel because he may flee to Ethiopia, where he frequently travels. That's wild. He's scheduled to return to court on December 18th. All right, well. Man, I guess the moral of the story there, and I will reiterate myself, and I will make my screen larger, and I will look at you. Don't ever, under any circumstances ever, give your phone to the Uber driver. There's no need for that. Just get a different Uber. Get a different taxi. Get a different something. But nah, you don't get my phone. Sorry, bro. Well, I don't know if you tell. See, that's the fucking thing. Now that sucks because you say don't tell people you have crypto. That's one of the best things. That's one of the best things to do with an Uber driver is to talk about crypto. Because a lot of them are into like Forex trading. And then like they could benefit greatly from getting into crypto. Buy a Nokia 3300. Yeah, just have a burner phone. Be like, here, use my dial phone. You got any minutes? There's like a track phone or whatever that is, right? Where you get get minute cards for them. Yeah, there you go. Just get a burner phone for when your Uber driver needs to borrow your phone. Monster Live, I agree with you, brother. People are fucking stupid. Most of the time, you find yourself out among the others, right? The others. And you realize, like, thank goodness, this thing up here, it works. Oh, speaking of, it is 4:30 and my brain is working right now, so I would like to explain to you one of the best things you can do, because there are quite a bunch of you watching over on X, is like, check this out. And I assume you're watching on your phone. So I would like to turn that down just so you can see, so you don't hear it. All right. So like, got a boomski, right? There we go. We'll wave, show you this is live. I don't think there's too big of a delay. Come on. I got to wave until he starts waving. Man, that's a bigger delay than I thought. Showed it. Start waving. Oh, okay. All right. So now you're watching. You just go like this. Boom. And then you can hit the heart. I'll hit my own heart on my own video. I don't usually like, the only time that I like my own posts is like when I show you guys how to do that. All right. So you can hit that little red heart. Then look. Boom. You just go right back to that. It's really easy. And it helps a lot. So I would appreciate if a number of you could do that. I know just a small percentage of you is going to, but the ones that do know that I appreciate you. Because as you know, the folks that watch over on YouTube, they get us to a 100% like to watch ratio. And that is something that we could all strive for. As content creators, I've got the best YouTube watching community on the planet. Hands down, literally. And the guys watching on X and the gals watching on X, I love you too. Don't get me wrong. You know, I'm busting up them chops, you know. All right. Man, I'm not really sure that I don't know how I feel about this all ending in April. I feel like maybe if we end in April, we're going to cool off for a couple months and then we come back in the summer. That's kind of that's something that I believe we could definitely see, because this was really hot and heavy to begin with, and we came up quick, and so we just do a little boop boop boop. Actually, I got to go like this, or like this, boop, and then boop. Right, double tap. Makes sense. Because we came to we're at 107,000 already, and that shit was like, I thought that we were gonna I thought the $100,000 was gonna bring the retail because this was gonna be euphoric, but we're at 107 and nobody fucking cares. Like, it's wild. Like, woohoo, we're at 100K, we're at 105K, woohoo, we're at 107K. What's the number? What's the number that people are like freaking out over? Because it certainly is not $107,000. I can tell you that. I already know, like, we know that we got people who are taking profits, right? Like, that was part of the strategy. And shout out to you, to anybody that is living up to the strategy. That is exactly how you win this game. There is no shame in taking your profits. And if this is one of your sell zones, this is one of your sell zones, man. $107,000 is wild, and that we're already here. And what if, and this is what we're talking about, right? And you've pulled those profits, and then all of a sudden Bitcoin takes a little trip down memory lane and we go close that gap that's at like 79,000. Now you got a little bit more juice to squeeze, right? You buy that shit right back up, knowing that we're going to potentially going to do another little run in the summer. That's my opinion. I will throw some money in the jar. As you know, that's what we do when we have our opinions. We got to throw a little money in the jar. 125 to 130, and damn, we aren't far. We are not far from those numbers. It literally is like we saw when it ripped to like 100. Right, like, again, and this is what I talked about in the morning, was that we're living in a house on stilts. Is that, you know, we just went straight up. We're just living on poles, and you know that shit can happen in a week. We literally could be at $120,000 by next week, by the end of this week, for all I know. Well, I mean, we could definitely take a look at some of the the candles and all that stuff that we're looking on the Bitcoin chart and see, especially when things were ripping. Where does that put us in a couple of days if we decide to take the next leg? It's coming. It's just a matter. It's not if, ladies and gentlemen. It's not if. It's when. When is it coming? And so, cut rate priced in. That's a really good point. That is going to be coming up Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken, right? FOMC meeting rate cut. Where are we at? I think we're like most surely getting like a 25 basis point cut, right? Markets expect a December Fed rate cut. I think it was at interest rate of 0.2. Yeah, so 25 basis point. So that's man, why is this camera's acting funny today? Anyway, so I'm not really sure if that's priced in. There's a lot of things that are happening that potentially are baked into, you know, what we're looking at right now with the price at 107,000. Again, I don't think anybody predicted that. Maybe some people did, and shout out to them that they did, that we were going to be at $107,000 before the end of the year, halfway through December. I thought this was going to take us a little bit longer to get through, but golly, it did not take it. Golly, this thing ripped. Bitcoin, it ripped. And to everybody that gets to go to the holidays for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever you celebrate, Kwanzaa at the end of the year, Festivus for the rest of us, you know, whatever you know, say you didn't get to see the fam at Thanksgiving and Christmas and this holiday, winter holiday, we'll call it that, just to be all inclusive of all of them, so we don't have to say them all again. If you're at the winter holiday table with the fam, yeah, you can now say, aha, I told you. And maybe you should get everybody like a ledger. Maybe you could do like a little cold storage wallet and put a little crypto on it for some of the people that you want to say I told you to. Not a bad idea. I know Ballet Wallet. Some people like it, some people don't, but I know that they've got this physical coin that's got a little bit of Bitcoin on it. It was when I first got one of them last year. Let's take a look at it and see how much that is. When I first got one of those last year, that was like you could order it for $75. Ballet.com. I think they have a great URL. Okay. So, this is different. Only available until December 25th. That's pretty cool. The 1 milli block. So do they have the coins still? Let's go coins. Here we go. Physical Bitcoins. Oh, I like the cold storage coins. I got to check that out. Here we go. Quarter milli. So it's, I think they were 0.002. I got to take a look at this thing now. Maybe this is what it was, but they're 136. They were $55 when they first came out, and then they were 75, and then they're obviously getting more and more expensive as Bitcoin goes up and up. And so, like, I mean, those are cool little presents that you could give for somebody. Here's like a quarter of a milli, probably Satoshis. Great gifts that you can give for people to get them a little bit of crypto stuff. I wasn't even sharing the damn screen. There you go. There you go. So you can get these little things. They are pretty cool. I'll find it. I'll bring it and I'll show it to you guys. Like, or maybe we'll start. Maybe I get a referral link or whatever, and I can sell some of these. Who knows? But the idea of these are great Christmas presents, great holiday. Great holiday winter holiday presents for people of any religious faith and whatever you celebrate. We celebrate Christmas in our house, but that doesn't mean that you do. But these are great for that kind of thing. It's a great exposure to crypto, and it's something tangible. It's physical. Somebody can be like, "Oh, finally, it makes sense." It's just a little extra there. All right. Next thing I want to talk about is this right here. Tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow the Pengu coin comes out, whatever. This is the coin that's attached to the Pudgy Penguins. I would implore you all to take a look at the ApeCoin chart. I would implore you all to take a look at any airdrop chart. I would implore you to take a look at any coin that launches, what's going to happen. This is going to, and I think they're getting listed on Binance day one or something like that. This thing is going to probably send almost immediately. And then people are going to take profits on their free coins. People are also, I would assume, and I'm assuming, but I feel like I've been in crypto long enough to know, also that I believe once you get the coins, you're going to see a lot of these penguins hit the market. So I think that this has been fantastic. Listen, I'm not shitting on the Pudgy Penguins at all. I think what Luca's done and what they're building in the community there is fantastic. It's crazy to see that this thing is absolutely run. I just, you see coins of high stature They drop all the time. Airdrops happen all the time. And just know what happens with airdrops. Yeah. Just know what happens. It's going to be like a double whammy. You're going to see the coin price eventually go down, and you're going to see the floor of the NFT go down a little bit. Now, what kind of sell volume is there? How many people are in the market for $100,000 NFT? I don't know. I don't know where Pengu is going to be Pepe like potentially. I just think like right off the gate, it's going to be like one of those things where there's you're going to see the extreme volatility like you always see in in any kind of airdrop or high profile coin launch or whatever. Just it's always what happens. They always just go up and then down and then go back up and find a nice little place to settle. You got to find a floor. You have to find a floor. Like that's going to happen. Yeah, I think that there's some really good strategy to play in that. Again, the the community may I don't know. Have fun. I'm just letting you know. Charts on day one are usually a little bit more volatile than people like or people think or expect, especially if it's your first time. A lot of people just playing the NFT game are expecting, like if you're trying to sell those coins, get ready to fucking do it almost immediately. Am I a fan of a left? Yeah, it's not bad. I don't own any, but I'm not against it. So, day one, $5 to $10 billion market cap, probably, which is insanity. So the CA for it, I believe there's a bunch of copycats. I was looking over on Dex Tools earlier, and let me see. Let me show you guys. We'll show this tab, and there are, or maybe I was on Dex Tools. VENG. Yeah, so like there's a whole bunch of them already, unfortunately. So, you got some of these things have like millions of dollars in liquidity. This one's up 3,700% in the last 24 hours. This one's up 312,000%. I mean, the problem is they come from nothing, and this is on Binance, and I don't know. That probably it's out to UTC, which will be at some point in the night for us here in the States, if I'm not mistaken, unless it's 2 p.m. Let's see if we can find that information. Right. Those are all memes. Those are not the real ones. That's what I'm telling you, is that there are so many copycats of this. Like, you got to be careful. Like, if you're going to play this fucking game, make sure you get the right contract address. Get it yourself. Don't get it from somebody. Not the genuine ones. Absolutely. These are all the scam coins. You don't want the real contract address is not out. Let's see. Trading will start at, so I don't know when the airdrop is. Maybe the airdrop is at that 2 UTC, and trading starts at 1400. Oh, that is 2 o'clock. Bozo. Ren is live when it goes live. It's at 9 a.m. So it goes live during the show tomorrow? Shit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to take some look at this. We'll take a look at it tonight. Maybe we'll play some of that volatility. I mean, listen, we can put a soul in there and see what happens. It's gonna be on Solana, right? If I'm not mistaken. What chain is it gonna be on? Do you guys know in the chat? I would assume Solana. Apologies. I just kicked myself out of the studio. Click the wrong button. All right. So let's go to Coin Market Cap. Or no, that's not. I think I had one other thing that I wanted to look up before we go there. And we were looking at the Pudgy Penguin thing. So yeah, so I'll get some more information about that. If that's something that we got going on tomorrow, then they moved to Solana, even though the Pudgy is on ETH. Okay, that's what I thought. I was fairly confident that it was going to be on on Solana. All right. So last thing I wanted to do is I was just, some of the times I just like to look things up, right? And I was searching Google Trends. The blue line is Bitcoin. The orange line is crypto. The yellow line is XRP. These are all worldwide over the last 9 months, I believe. 90 days. So the last 3 months or so. And so as you can see, Bitcoin leading the charge. There you go. Putting in 4. All right. Well, hey, maybe I'll put in 5. We're gonna play the game. Let's play the game. Let's go. Maybe we'll do a little watch party. Let's see what time it goes live. What time is 2 p.m. UTC for Eastern? 2 p UTC and US Eastern. 9 p.m. No, that's not right. I believe it's 9 a.m. So I think that's me around the time of the show. I'm messing with you. I'm not putting in 5. I'll just put in a Solana. I mean, if it rips, it's fun, right? This way, remember, you don't want to put in more than you can really lose, or did you want to lose? Like, it's your risk adverse risk profile. How much you trying to play with there? 0.5, then wait for a floor. Yeah, I call that shrimping, man. We might just wait and do some shrimping on that. Wait for that thing. No, I think you're right. Play a little, play the rip, and then try to sell the top ish, and then wait for the dip, and then do some shrimping. Scoop off the floor because shrimp, they're bottom feeders. I don't like shrimp. I only like shrimp sometimes in sushi rolls. That's it. I do not like shrimp cocktail. I do not like shrimp anything other than sometimes in a sushi roll. But that's me. All right, here we go. Coin market cap. We made it. Bobbing for profits. Blah, blah. You get your bobbers ready. Blah, 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 blah. The market cap of the entire ecosystem's up 2.2% today. What are we looking at here? There we go. Bitcoin at 106. You got ETH at 4,043. Love to see that. Man, do I think ETH's going to get to 10,000 this run? We were talking about that this morning. I believe that, if I'm not mistaken, is one of Mike's end targets, 10K ETH. We'll see. I think that's the no shrimp on pizza, Mike Lowry. No way, man. Come on, no shrimp on pizza. Yuck. What kind of pizza have shrimp on? No way. But hey, that's your pizza. Shrimp. You can have shrimp on your pizza. XRP 249. We got BNB is 726. It's funny. I was thinking about BNB. I have like an old wallet that I just found that I have to find the old phone that it was paired with that has a couple BNB tokens split between. It's like this weird device where you could put some in cold storage and you keep some on the app or something like that, or like this device had like 2 different storage bays or something like that. And so I split the BNB pile up. And so I just found the device. Now I need to plug it in, charge it, but I need to find the phone that I had when I got the device and see if I can get this BNB off of it. So that's going to be, that'll be a little journey that we'll do together, is the recovery of the BNB. See what happens. So. Solana 218. None of these things are ripping today. Let's look and see what is ripping. Because I love to see ONDO up there at 12%, 31% on the week. Pith right below that, 8%, 18.5 on the week. Those are two of my fun plays for the bull run here. Then you like to see XRP is another big one. Let's see. Are there any opportunities though? You know that we like opportunity. This is our market cap shrimping, our big cap shrimping. Really nothing. I don't know what that is. KuCoin token. Man, I'll tell you what. I will never own another KuCoin share token in my life. This was around the time of the BNB thing. No. How did it go? It's something where the whole I was this particular time I was trying to play the exchange token because BNB ripped, some other exchange tokens ripped, and so I was kind of late to that. So I had gotten the KuCoin shares token, and I went heavy on it, and it never pumped, like at all. It just never pumped. I didn't lose on it. I'd sold for a couple bucks profit, whatever, but never got the profit, and so that actually got me out of the exchange token game. I will never buy exchange tokens. I keep some PT token as I keep some PT token. One, because I get the discounts on my trading on FEMAX. But two, that's just different. It's, I don't know. I keep some of that in there for whatever reason. But not a lot. I don't have a huge bag of it. Maybe I should get more. It's been actually a pretty good performer over the last year, whatever. But you know, all will rip on Wednesday when they turn on the we're shutting down. We're giving you a basis for 25 basis points. Probably. You're probably right. Ton coin down 3% today. Beam down 2%. Might have to add to my bean bag, as you guys know. Give me the bean bag. Weekly losers. Anything losing on the week? Dog whiff down 9% on the week. Whew. Maybe it's time to get some more of that. Add to the bag. That's one of my meme coins that I'm going to ride through probably the retail cycle, right? Maybe it's probably best to get out of it now and ride it through the retail cycle. Something to think about. That is something that I've had to start to do. Just so you guys know, I went through, man, this drove me crazy. I thought that I was much better than this, but I went through my portfolios and I grabbed all the substantial coins out. And as it turns out, I'm embarrassed to admit this. Embarrassed. As this turns out, I have 21 coins with substantial balance on them. That makes me upset because that's a lot to unwind. That is way more than I talk about that I would own. I've started to unwind some positions. I've started to consolidate some things. But I want to I need to make some bigger moves, some stronger moves. I just need to get on it, especially if I want to see the returns that I, because I would rather have, say, 10K in one coin versus 3K in 3 coins or whatever, right? And so I think my move is to do that over the next couple days here. But really, get out of some of the meme coin positions that I'm in. Not that I don't believe in them. Just don't need to be so heavy in there. Keep the moon bags, right? And take, some substantial profits that we've gotten and some things that we've made along the way and put that into some of the other coins that we've chosen to have larger positions in the portfolio and trim this thing down, because 21 coins is too much. That's too much for me. I'm like usually a 10 coin kind of guy, but things have gotten out of control. So, but at the end of the day, we're going to do this. And I want you guys to start thinking about possibly, if that's something that bothers you, having too many coins, because then you have when things start falling, you've got a lot of things to take care of. And so that's why I like to be consolidated there. And so if you didn't realize this, and maybe this is just a PSA to you as well, but if you didn't realize your portfolio had gotten out of hand like that, it's worth doing it. The app is called Crypto Pro. It's this one right here. That one in the top corner. It's the orange C. I would get Crypto Pro, and I would go through all of your wallets and add everything that you consider to be substantial, and then take a look at what you got. It's a great tool. Fantastic. Like it made me very happy to see where things are at on a balance wise. On 21 coins in the portfolio, a little uneasy. Made my heart beat a little bit. So I gotta trim some things down. On a price point before you start selling, Probably eight to $10. Again, I think it's a $20 coin. Especially if we do like a double kind of top, is we'll do our little charge here and maybe we'll make it towards 10, slink down a little bit, and then the second time, maybe some coins again, a coin like Ondo, like I just don't see it going into a bear market, especially with the RWA ecosystem set conservatively to be 30 trillion by 2030. Like that just doesn't make sense. And so with that being said, like, knowing that in my mind, like I think that that's going to be like a 20, I think a 25, but maybe we'll shrink it down a little bit and say, 15 to 20, 15 to $20 coin in this cycle. I would hate to start selling early if I've got really good conviction that 15 to 20 is in there. So maybe 10 to 12, I'll start scaling out, and then, put some other sell orders for the higher sides of those, but really try to scale out by the time we get to that 15 through maybe 75% of the position. And then just kind of see what happens, especially if it's early. I'm really excited to see what happens after the unlock in January. I'm still undecided if when I want to sell, if I'm going to do that, right? I think the answer is probably yes. I think the answer, because institutions will do that. I would agree that that's probably their strategy, a little bit. I don't know. Again, this is we'll see what happens. I think it's all good. Again, the strategy that I've laid out is going to really play the factors like what happens in the week leading up to the unlock. Have things chilled out? Are we still hot and heavy? Does this seem like a buy the rumor, sell the news event? If it does, then I will participate in the selling. But if it just seems like a nonchalant, we're just going to go for it, and there's going to be some other news and catalyst right around it. I know they've got the Wall Street 2.0 event happening shortly thereafter. There's a lot of things that are happening, and so maybe this is just something to to deal with, and don't put too much thought and effort into it. Let it happen, and just bite the bullet. If it dips, take the dip. Use it as an opportunity to buy some more. I had somebody today, tell me their position size in Ondo, and I'll tell you what, man. Cheers to you, brother. You're gonna win. You are gonna win. So, and I'm gonna win too, and I love that, and I just hope people are in the right mentality for it. Again, it's a different strategy than most. I'm I don't think that it's not far out that Ondo will absolutely be the market share leader in whatever the RWA ecosystem does. And so I'm with it that that is going to put them into a really good position, have a very high token price, and that makes me one happy guy. So people are here for the money, not the tech. All coins will retrace in the bear. 100% Blocky. 100%. This is still speculation zone. This isn't buy to build and all that kind of stuff. This isn't, we're not funding that kind of thing. This is all just speculation, and within the next 10 years, the products will come to fruition, right? And probably some sooner than later, sooner than that as well. But again, this is the speculation zone, and we should be here to make some money and change our lives and set our people up and our family. HBAR, like the RWA space, absolutely, dude. HBAR is like space age. Like people, like when you start talking to people, like, well, it's like the blockchain, but it's not. It's the hatch graph. That's where you lose them, right? But they are going to be a huge player in the RWA scene as well. The HBAR ecosystem. I did a deep dive video on that a couple months ago. You can probably check it out on the channel if you guys want. I can send you a link to it if you need. But that to me, you got to think like if that council can be tapped into on an actual level for the advancement of HBAR and Hashgraph and what they're building, that to me is a slam a jam a dunk, because the council that they sit on is literally like every top company in the world that you could could even imagine. So all right. Well, it is 5, and we did not get a lot through the numbers like I wanted to. And so I think what we're going to do is we're going to shut it down for today, and I'm going to thank you all for being here. genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Tomorrow, the news is the news. There's really nothing to report on. Tomorrow, we're going to do all numbers. All numbers. We're just going to look at charts. We're going to look at coins, maybe get in a trade. Let's take a look at my, I'm not in a trade right now, am I? Nope. Open positions, active orders. Nope. I did close it all out. I am waiting for a sub $2 ONDO to get in. We had a couple, let's see, what chart am I on right here? The 1 hour. Okay. So the last two candles have been down. So we'll see where things are at here. 203 coming in for ONDO. I'll keep you guys posted on anything. If there's anything that we need to do for this Pudgy Penguin coin drop tomorrow. But I'll tell you what, be careful. We're gonna play the game tomorrow, but we're gonna be careful. I'm just gonna use the soul, and we'll see what happens. And I think that's the strategy: is let's buy the initial, let's ride it, sell it, shrimp up, and then see what happens. So, all right, tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, Web3 breakfast. We'll see you guys there. Make sure you guys bring your appetites and come on up to the stage and chit chat with us and chit chat with me. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I'll be back at 4 p.m. tomorrow. Tomorrow is nothing but charts and numbers and money and all that shit, because we spent way too much time talking about news today. And I was like a ADD brain going back and forth. And so I apologize if I lost you. But hey, we'll be back tomorrow. I love you guys. Have a wonderful evening. Make sure you smash the like and hit the heart on your way out. If you need a tutorial, I'll be back tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern for that. So ciao for now.